Hello everyone, I welcome you all to your platform of Knowledge Planet powered by Physics Wallah, and this is your math educator Shivangi Rajput bringing you yet innovative session, basically a strategy session. Strategy on mistakes to avoid while doing maths. As we all are aware of that maths is an exam in which we meant to make a lot of mistakes like the calculation mistakes, the copy mistakes, and each and everything. So what are the different type of mistakes that we do and how we can avoid it? Let's have a look. So over here there are majorly three types of errors that we actually make: the careless one, the computational one, and the conceptual one, right? So let's talk in detail about these three mistakes, and let's talk about how can we actually avoid all these and make our paper error free. So the very first thing is the careless error. We all are aware of the careless mistake we do. In exams, we write 2 plus 2 5 sometimes just because we are nervous, we are scared, and it is our exam. So what I request you guys to do is, first of all, when you do any of the calculation, right, when you're dealing with any of the calculation, do cross check it at that moment of time. Over here careless error occurs simply because they are not paying attention, right? When we lack attention, when we have a lot in our head, we have questions to complete in time, examination hall pressure, and everything. So what we have to do, we have certain types of problem like the copying wrong, writing wrong numbers. Generally, if the number is 786, we write it 768 in the paper. So these are all just what you're copying wrong mistake. What? Dropping a negative sign, right? So in most of the question, what we have, for example, in linear equation, if the value of c is -5, we tend to write it +5, and that will actually, make the teacher deduct your marks, and which we don't want that. Not following the directions, sloopy handwriting, and typing it wrong into the calculators, or looking a very wrong log book or anything, right? So basically all these things are there that we have to pay attention to. We cannot just let these things and this particular nervousness take down our marks. So all of these things, pay more attention to it, right? Try to keep your mind relaxed and calm and do your paper with good careless. There should be no careless error, right? We should make sure that we do our paper in a good handwriting. We should not drop any negative signs and whatsoever it takes, right? How to avoid? First of all, not slow down actually, but maintain a pace. Don't be in a rush that, oh my god, we have this much of time and we have to finish our paper in this much of time. These many questions are left. I'm not able to remember the solution of this question. All of these things, keep everything aside. Just focus on at that particular time, one step at a time. That means focus on the question which you are doing at that particular moment. The next thing is, basically it is what rushing should be avoided. That is the easiest way to ensure that you make your paper error free. The second thing is, circle important information. Certain times only 5 questions out of 7 are supposed to be done from a particular section, but we tend to not read the directions carefully and we do all the 7, which actually takes a lot of our time, and we can just utilize that time to solve different questions. So read the directions carefully. All right, try circling the important point, and which is very important, make a strategy out of it, and try to use more of flowchart and graph paper and images to actually keep that questions for a longer period of time in your brain. The next thing is the computational error. That means incorrect addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division that we all tend to do. So basically, I want to suggest is, stop doing mind calculation. First of all, write down each and every calculation that you do, right? Check the answer after solving. Have a at that moment of time only revise your basic calculation which you do, and this type of error is like very common among all of us, and which we need to work on and we need to avoid it. How we can avoid it? Basically, show your work every time you're doing a calculation. After working hard, just these particular small mistakes will, take away a lot of marks. So don't do that. Let us stick to what? Good addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division with the cross check of things. The next thing is conceptual error. Now, why does this happen? Conceptual errors occur because kids have misunderstood the underlying concepts or have used incorrect logic. For example, in any question, right? In any question, you have to maybe find out the age 4 years before, and some students do +4. No, but years before is -4, right? So these are certain conceptual errors, question errors, because I always tell you concept is power. So this is one of the most important thing that you need to work upon. All right, so the next thing is read and copy all the questions carefully. This is what I have already told you. Revise your answer sheet with a surety that there will be errors, right? Why do you revising the same paper cannot find the errors, but your teacher checking your paper will find the errors? Why? Because she checks with an intention that there might be some mistake. So you also have to do the same thing. Just change your intention. Instead of thinking everything is okay, try to think that no, I have made something, I have done something wrong, and then check your paper. For sure you will find out the mistake. Alright, so make sure that you guys stick to these points, and there should be no conceptual error, no computational error, and no careless errors, right? So try to make your paper carefree so that what we can do is we can make error-free paper, right? So no mistakes from now, very much attentive, and don't rush while doing your paper. Thank you.